I'm Todd Heitkamp, the Owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, just when you thought the fishing was going to get better and the weather take a turn for the better, Mother Nature had something else in store for us, and boy, we got hit with a lot of fronts this past weekend, and that really impacted the fishing across much of eastern South Dakota. A lot of guys were talking about how the wind was switching back and forth, and that was due to the fronts, and then once those fronts come through, the pressure obviously changes, and that affects the fishing, as we talked about before. Some of the lakes around the area still produce some nice fish. Again, I'm not going to say it was a shutout weekend, but some guys did have some success out there. Bitter seems to be one of the better lakes out there. A lot of walleyes being caught out there at various depths. So guys had some decent success there. Other lakes in the northeast included Waubay, Lynn, Reed, a few walleyes there, Swan, Goose, Dry Lake by Florence, as well as Indian Springs. And the bite window at Indian Springs is very, very brief, to say the least. Other lakes down the southeastern part of the state included Ponset, Dry Lake by Willow Lake, started producing a few walleyes now, Thompson, East Oakwood, Whitewood, Island, Madison, Beaver, and then also Clear Lake. Now, what have guys been using to catch a lot of these walleyes? Again, anything that glows or rattles seems to be the trick. And I'm talking about like from Rapala, the slab wraps or the ripping wraps, and then also by moonshine, the shiver minnows that we've talked about before, all seem to be doing quite well. And then as far as the perch bite is concerned, again, the perch bite has been on and off again. Some guys, it hasn't been real consistent, to say the least, all year long, but some of the lakes and sloughs that produced perch the past week included Reed, Stink, Long, Bitter. And when you get them on Bitter, they've been really nice, but again, it's been few and far between. Big Stone, again, a few there. That's tapered off quite a bit from what it was earlier. And then also Ponset, Dry Lake by Willow Lake, Thompson, and then also Island and Sinai. And then what have you guys been using to catch those perch? Again, it seems to be live bait. Waxworms or maggots or small minnows seem to be doing the trick. And then as far as the jigs are concerned, a lot of tungsten, as we mentioned all year long. The check eye lures, the Northland Marmushka jigs seem to be doing well. And then also the Haleys and Pilkies are making a comeback right now. So again, a lot of timid bites out there, and the cameras have worked really well to catch those timid or those light biting perch as well as crappie. In this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, folks, we're going to talk about something that hopefully you don't have to experience, but a lot of people do, and that's the loss of power. What I'm talking about is that your vehicle doesn't start, or your ATV or your snowmobile doesn't start because of the extreme cold or just because the battery is old. Well, what we sell here is what we call the Weego. The Weego is a portable power pack, a jump starter pack, if you will, that is strong enough to jump any type of vehicle, whether or not you're talking about a car, a truck, ATV, snowmobile, you name it, it's always going to be there. So it is fantastic to have. I mean, we have them right here for sale at the store. So again, it's the Weego portable power pack that's going to be strong enough to jump a diesel truck, a F-250, you name it, whatever type of vehicle you have, it will be there when you need it the most. So if you want more information about the Weego, give us a call at 605-336-9132, or stop by here at the store. We'll be more than happy to show it to you. But for $119, basically $120, this pack can be yours, and it can be a life-saving device when you need it the most. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, please send it to me. Send it to todd@dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall, and if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. Well, folks, before we end this week's report, I want to remind you of a couple of things of our ongoing end-of-the-season deals that we have here at the store. All our remaining shacks are on sale, such as the one I'm sitting on here. This is an Otter XT cabin. It's at $560, way below retail price. Plus, if you buy it, you get a cover at half off. There's all kinds of other great deals to have here with remaining electronics, clothing. We're talking clam clothing, 25% off. Striker 20% off. So again, stop on by or give us a call at 605-336-9132 to find out what those great deals are. Or if you can't make it here, we'll take your order over the phone and make sure that we put it off to the side and you take advantage of the great sale. Also, before we end this report, I want to make mention that a lot of times we take a lot of grief, or mainly I take a lot of grief for our 2-minute fishing report ending up to be 5 or 6 minutes. The actual report, folks, is only 2 minutes. All the additive information makes it much longer. So I apologize for that, but that's why it's sometimes the 2-minute fishing report turns into a 5-minute report. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-minute fishing report. Okay? For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next week, and again, thanks for watching.